Today we're going to make chicken enchiladas, and we'll start with what are the ingredients that we need for our recipe. I buy the green chilies, and I normally buy them hot and not so hot and mild, because Dave likes things hot, but I balance it out by putting a mild with a hot. The brand that you're gonna look for, I prefer the actual Mexican brands, but here in Texas, the only thing that you can get is this brand, which is the best that we can do. So it doesn't really matter as long as it says, chilies, or if it's the red enchilada sauce. So we talked about the chilies, and then I mix so that it doesn't come out so hot. I use medium enchilada sauce. This is the red enchilada sauce. And then I also include one hot one. Where's the medium? That's the hot one. That one is the hot. And then I have two that are medium. And sometimes I'll do one hot, one medium, and one mild to tone it down for people that don't like things too spicy. And then I also am going to use cream of chicken. You can use cream of chicken, a can of cream of chicken and a can of cream of mushroom. But I didn't have any cream of mushroom today, so I'm using both of cream of chicken. And if you don't like cream of mushroom, you can substitute it for both of them to be cream of chicken. You're going to need some shredded cheese as well. And you're going to need 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of shredded chicken. You could use the rotisserie chicken that they have at the stores. You can buy a rotisserie chicken and shred it, or they even sell it already shredded at a lot of the supermarkets. And you can just buy it that way, or you can make it yourself. I made mine. I just took chicken breast tenderloins that I had, and I boiled them in water with seasons, and I boiled them for about half an hour, let them sit in the water until it cools down, and then I put gloves on and I shred the chicken. That's how I do it, but you could also buy the rotisserie chicken. The first thing that we're gonna do is mix all the ingredients into this bowl for the sauce, and after that we're going to fry the tortillas to seal them on each side, and then put them in the sauce. You can also choose, if you like, to put all the tortillas in a kitchen towel and then microwave them. You put them in the microwave for about a minute and a half. And that again is to seal the tortilla so it's pliable and it doesn't fall apart once you put it into the sauce. Whatever way you do, it's acceptable. The easiest way is to put it in the microwave. I don't do that because I do like the extra flavor that the being fried in the pan and seared and does, that brings to the recipe. Plus, it holds the tortillas tighter, better than the microwave. But like I said, you can do either way. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all the sauces in first. And like I had mentioned before, I mix the medium sauce and the hot sauce because I try to balance them out that way. Put that in there. And then one more. They also sell it mild, so you can buy whatever heatness is appropriate for your palate. And then we're going to do you open that. I'm going to do the other thing is I'm using cream of chicken, and on the recipe it says 1 can of cream of chicken and 1 can of cream of mushroom. That brings a different flavor. Not everybody likes the cream of mushroom, but I didn't have two of cream of mushroom, so I'm using 2 of cream of chicken, and you can do that as well.
Okay.
We got the chilies in here.
Do you need me to stir or?
We're gonna do that in just a minute.
Okay.
And then, come on. There we go. We're gonna get, would you get a little bit of milk out? And then the other can of this. Okay, and then what I do is I just put a little bit of milk, so, I don't know, is that half or is it a quarter?
That looks like about a third.
A third, okay, so a third of the can of milk.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't put that in the recipe, so you might want to make a note to that effect.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna use this one with the holes to stir it. I'm gonna smash this down. Okay.
Do you recycle?
I do, and I have a recycling bin. All right, so right now we're gonna start. I'm gonna pull out. I think that we're gonna have enough to make 12.
Okay.
So we're gonna quickly put it on one side, and what I do is I try to hold it down so that it doesn't bubble up. And then we're gonna take it to the other side. You don't want it too hard because then you can't fold it,
Right.
but you want it to seal.
Do you need a drain?
No, because it's gonna go straight into the oil. I mean,
So
into the sauce is what I meant. Ouch. Okay, so now we're just gonna let it. Oh, this one will come out.
Do you want the sauce over on the burner?
No, right there's fine. Okay, there we go. So that's the first one. And the next one.
Do you like put this over the top or?
Just push it down with a spoon.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Now this is different in the way I do it. This is good to see.
Or like I said, you can also put it in the microwave.
It does taste better if it's in the oil, you know?
Yeah. I don't use lard. I use corn oil. That's what I normally use to cook with. But you can use whatever oil you are used to using. So you hear that?
Yeah.
Then that tells you that it's sealed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it kind of holds itself together, and it doesn't. It won't crumble up. There we go. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a tortilla, and it's nice and full of sauce. We're gonna take a little bit of the chicken.
Come in.
And a little bit of cheese. We're gonna roll it up, and we're gonna put it right there. Nice. And repeat. See how it gets soggy?
Yeah.
So a little bit of chicken.
How much chicken did you fix?
That one's about a pound and a half.
Okay. Is it breast? Is
I
that
use
breast?
chicken breast. I've tried it with the thighs, and we kind of like thighs, you know, the boneless, skinless, because it's got more flavor. But when it comes to this, it's better to use the chicken breast because it's easier to crumble. The thighs are more
It's got a
gooey.
little more fat or something in it?
Yeah, that it's not as pliable as the
Yeah.
chicken breast where you can break it down like
Not
this.
as flaky.
It's not as flaky, and then also it's hard, you know. So when you put put it, you feel each chunk. When you
Yes.
use
Okay.
this, it just kind of blends in and eat. When you're eating it, it's I think a better experience. But that's just my, my opinion. And normally, the ones that I've eaten in restaurants, they don't use thighs. They use chicken breast.
Yeah.
It's more work too, breaking it up and,
With the thighs, yes,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. So I always go to what I find easy is I buy the chicken tenders, so it's cut in strips.
Uh-huh.
And I just boil that, and I put some. I have some bouillon, chicken bouillon that is really strong. I use a Knorr. I put a few scoops of that, let it boil for half an hour, and then I just let it sit until it cools down in the water, because that allows the chicken to absorb some of the water and makes the meat tender.
Uh-huh.
And then I pour the water out, and then I shred it. I always wear gloves when I'm doing that too, because I do it with my hands.
That's the way I do it. I got the gloves.
Yeah, because you're using your hands, but because it's easier that way. But that way you know that you're not transferring anything to the meat. And then you just fold it in there. See? Now you can make it where you see individual pieces. The way that I'm going to do it, I'm going to stack it that it's going to look like a kind of a casserole, so that it's tight. So then I'm going to cover it up with cheese on the top, and then you just cut pieces out.
I gotcha.
Instead of having the full thing.
Uh-huh.
But if you want to have each individual enchilada, don't pack it too much. Keep them loose like that. Like here, you would put 2 more and that would be it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to squeeze it in and pack it in here good. But if you want an individual, just leave it loose and then you're good. All right?
Good idea.
Good, thank you. So now we've got the whole pan, and I'm just going to cover it up with cheese. Is the last part here. It's covering it up with cheese.
Do you put
Now, my
onions or
husband-
anything, or just the cheese?
Pardon me?
Onions or anything, or just cheese?
Just cheese. You can
Okay.
add to yours as whatever you want. This is as simple as it gets. Normally, if you want to make it for somebody that they're coming to visit, you can add some green onions chopped on top of it, a little cotija cheese, and add to that. But this is the basic.
Okay,
Of
gotcha.
it. And then from there you can do whatever. You can add whatever else. You can put olives if you like. I don't like the olives, but Dave likes olives. And I'm gonna add more cheese because my husband is a little mouse and he loves cheese. So I need to take these gloves off and then get some more cheese to add to it. All right, so we just had it sit in the oven for 30 minutes. And 2 things that I want to explain is that, sorry for my fingers, trying to zoom in, but I can't. So we'll just leave it like that. I have one that is made, I cooked it in the metal pan, and the other one is in the glass. Metal pans will cook a lot faster than the glass pans. And it'll make your enchiladas more crunchy, more solid, and more dry. The glass doesn't do that. That's why I like glass, but I didn't have a glass small one available, so I used the metal. So there's 2 different ways of cooking it. It's going to cook differently if you use a metal pan. But right now I'm going to leave it in for another 15 minutes for the glass one, and probably 5 to not even 10 for the smaller one, because I can see that it's already dry on the sides. So, but this one still needs a little bit longer. We're going to leave it for 15 minutes and see how it comes out. All right, now that it's recording, and 15 minutes have passed by. It does not let me zoom in for some reason. I don't know what's going on. But I'm going to take this one and leave it in for another 10 minutes because this side over here is not completely cooked. The one in the back is. So we're going to turn it around and, oops, I don't want to burn myself. We're going to turn it around and allow this to cook more in the back for another 10 minutes. This is fully cooked. If you can see, let me see, there we go. It's fully cooked, and you can see in the edges, I know.
I'm in direct.
And the edges, it's like kind of really dry, and so this one's gonna be a lot drier than the other one. So I'm gonna put this one over here, and turn that around, and we're gonna put that in the oven.
And how was that position before you turned it around?
This was in the back, so it's the
Okay.
same.
So three.
Yeah, I just did a whole
180.
180, yeah. 180, yeah. And leave it in for another, let's do 10 minutes and see. Okay. So, after the 10 minutes, it's done. Perfect.
That's pretty.
Beautiful. You can see the bubbling that's coming out. That means that it's all cooked. You see the crunchies on the side, and yet it's still moist in the middle. So that is what it should look like. There we go. Perfect. You still see the bubbling there, and beautiful color.
It is.
That's how it's done. We're gonna let it rest for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna cut it. Because if you don't, it's gonna ooze out, and you're just gonna have, everything is not gonna stay together. So you wanna let it rest for 10 minutes.
So it reabsorbs.
So it reabsorbs
Like
and it
chicken or
settles
meat.
in, correct. And then you can cut into it. Okay, that's it.